Today we delve into the unsettling story of Carly Gregg, a New Jersey teenager who stunned the world with the cold-blooded murder of her own mother, Candace Gregg. This is a story of hidden resentment, premeditated violence, and the aftermath of a family tragedy that left a community in shock. Stay with us as we uncover the chilling details of Carly Gregg's horrifying crime, all true to life based on real events. Carly Gregg was no ordinary teenager. While from the outside her family appeared to live a relatively normal suburban life, the relationship between Carly and her mother Candace had deteriorated severely. The tension had been building for some time, leading to fierce arguments and resentment, particularly from Carly, who had grown increasingly hostile toward her mother. But no one could have predicted how far Carly would go to settle that tension. Beneath her quiet exterior, Carly was carefully planning a crime that would tear her family apart and horrify her small community. On June 30th, 2021, the situation reached a deadly turning point. Carly had finally put her terrifying plan into action. Armed with a gun, she entered her mother's bedroom, where Candace was asleep. In cold blood, Carly shot her mother at close range, killing her instantly. There were no heated arguments that night, no final confrontation, just a quiet, premeditated act of violence. This murder was not a crime of passion, nor was it an impulsive act. Carly had been planning this for weeks, driven by her deep-seated anger towards her mother. The sheer coldness of the act shocked even seasoned investigators when the details came to light. What makes this case even more disturbing is what Carly did after killing her mother. Instead of fleeing the scene or calling for help, Carly invited her friends over to the house. With her mother's body lying lifeless in the bedroom, Carly continued as if nothing had happened. Her friends were unaware of what had taken place when they first arrived, and it was only later that they discovered the grim reality. It's hard to imagine what went through Carly's mind in those moments, but it's clear that she had detached herself emotionally from the gravity of her actions. Carly's stepfather, David Brown, had been away from the house at the time of the murder, a fact that was not coincidental. Carly had arranged for him to be away to ensure that no one would interfere with her deadly plan. This calculated move allowed Carly the time and space she needed to carry out the crime without any interruptions. David Brown returned home later that day, completely unaware of the horrors that had unfolded in his absence. When he discovered Candace's body, he immediately called the police, and the full scope of Carly's crime began to come to light. Once the police arrived, it didn't take long for the truth to surface. Carly's behavior raised immediate red flags, and after a thorough investigation, she was arrested for the murder of her mother. Throughout the process, Carly remained eerily calm, showing little remorse for what she had done. During the investigation, Carly's friends provided crucial testimony, revealing the shocking details of Carly's post-murder behavior. They described how Carly had invited them over and how they only later realized the horrifying reality of what had taken place. Carly Gregg faced trial for first-degree murder, and the evidence against her was overwhelming. The prosecution painted a chilling picture of a teenager who had not only planned and executed her mother's murder, but had done so with a disturbing level of coldness and detachment. In court, The jury heard about the months of planning that led up to the crime, the detailed steps Carly had taken to ensure her stepfather was out of the house, and her bizarre actions after the murder. In the end, the jury found Carly Gregg guilty of first-degree murder, and she was sentenced to life in prison for her crime. The case of Carly Gregg leaves behind a trail of broken lives and unanswered questions. How could a seemingly ordinary teenager plan and execute such a brutal act? What drove Carly to the point of no return, where murdering her own mother became an option? These are the questions that continue to haunt everyone who has followed this case. For Carly's family, the aftermath of the crime is filled with pain and loss. Her stepfather, David Brown, has spoken about the deep emotional toll the crime has taken on him and the family. The community, too, has struggled to come to terms with the horror of what happened, with many still in disbelief that such a crime could occur so close to home. This story is a chilling reminder of how darkness can sometimes lie beneath the surface, even in those we think we know best. If you found this story as shocking as we did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more stories like this. Let us know your thoughts on Carly Gregg's cold and calculated crime in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and stay safe out there. We'll see you next time.